JJ Sports, what happened? Please welcome your host. Is his name is Jared Boss.
What's up, James?
What's up?
NFL draft's almost here,
Yep, next.
and WWE draft.
Yeah, be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But first, you already know what we're doing. We're doing our own mock draft. You can see the screen, James.
Yep.
So let's get right into it. We're not gonna waste any time doing our own mock draft. We're gonna start the draft, and as we know, the Chicago Bears are on the clock. I'm gonna ask you if you're the Bears, who would you pick?
I picked Caleb Williams.
They're picking Caleb Williams, and that's who I think they're taking. Number two is the Commanders. So you see where it says team needs
Yeah.
QB, tight end, offensive line, edge, and defensive back. I've been
They,
seeing a lot of noise about them not wanting to trade back at all. Teams have offered multiple first round picks just to move up a couple spots.
how about Drake Mav? Drake Mav.
Drake May.
Yeah,
I
Drake Mav.
I think they're going either Drake May or Jaden Daniels.
Like who do you think?
I I think they're gonna go Daniels, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go May.
I'm going for May.
You think May? Okay, I'll put
Yeah.
May. I think they're going either or. Patriots, if the Commanders don't take Drake May, I think the Patriots will take him. But if Jaden Daniel is there for the Patriots, I think the Patriots have to take him.
Yeah.
I also, you know who Marvin Harrison is, right?
Yeah, dude from Hawaii State.
Yep. You know his dad, NFL
Uh,
and played for the Colts,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
one of the best receivers of all time. I think I think the Cardinals have to take Marvin Harrison. You think?
Yeah, yeah, they need him because it's good for them because they need more weapons this year
Yeah.
because they have none.
Yeah, they lost their best weapon, Marquise Hollywood Brown, signed with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And they already they like the Commanders, they were offered a lot and they said, "Nope, we're not moving."
Yeah.
Now this is when we start to get controversial. This mock draft, I'm not going to do any trades, obviously, but this is when it starts to get controversial because I've seen some people saying the Chargers could take a wide receiver, they could take an offensive lineman, they could take Brock Bowers. If you see, what do you think the Chargers do?
I mean, the Chargers might get the LSU guy.
LSU guy, the wide receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll either go Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver, or they'll go this I'm sorry, offensive tackle Joe
Probably Joe Alt, probably.
Alt. Yeah, the only thing is they need a wide receiver that bad. But I'm pretty sure they have an early pick in the second round.
Like they do.
Yeah, but they need wide receiver so bad. But they also need Justin Herbert to stay healthy. So who knows? What do you think? Malik Neighbors or Joe Alt? Offensive lineman or wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Okay, we'll give him Malik Neighbors. Now we have the Giants. Daniel Jones, they paid him last offseason. Do they take a quarterback? Do they take a weapon because they need a wide receiver, or do they try to protect Daniel Jones and actually keep him? What do you think?
Actually, getting the quarterback.
Do you think they need a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
So you think JJ McCarthy's going to go to the Giants?
Uh, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, you think he goes before JJ?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, I'm going to listen to you. We'll put that on there. Now the Titans could go crazy. If this in this
Yeah.
situation, they would have two options. They could get the best offensive lineman in Joe Alt. They could go after another wide receiver who would be there for probably 10 plus years because Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins are going to be done soon. Or they could get another weapon in Brock Bowers. What do you think?
I would get Joe Alt.
You think Joe Alt? Yes.
Yeah,
I would do that too. I think that's the smartest. Get Will Levis some help. Next, we have the Falcons. It says they need defensive line and corners.
Mm,
If
I'm I'm going for Cooper D. Jean.
Cooper DeJean, yeah. What I was gonna say is, if this happened in real life, I feel like a team would try to trade up to get Roma Dunza or Brock Bowers, but we're not going to trade up. So yes, I would take Cooper DeJean also. Next, the Bears are back on the clock. I've been seeing a lot of noise that the Bears could potentially take another wide receiver because they already traded for DJ. They had DJ Moore last year. They traded for Keenan Allen live on our podcast a couple of weeks ago. So they need a wide receiver or defensive lineman. What do you want to, what do you think they do? Wide receiver or defensive line?
They need wide receiver. They need a Washington wide receiver.
Washington, yeah, Roma Dunza.
Yeah,
Next, we have the Jets. I've been seeing a lot of Brock Bowers to the Jets, tight end from Georgia. What do you think?
I'm going for I'm going for Georgia.
Georgia,
The
okay. Because they also could use wide receiver, but they have Mike Williams, they had Garrett Wilson. Their defense is one of the best
well
in the league.
because he has 12.2.
Yeah, that's his ADP. That's it means like it means his average draft position.
Like it's such a good thing, but I will have him for the Jets because Jets have no tight ends.
Yeah, Jets have no tight ends at all. Next, we have the Vikings. I think this is when I think JJ McCarthy would be gone. But hey, I'm listening to you and I put Bo Nix. I think the Vikings take
Um,
McCarthy.
I would take hold on, go to quarterback.
Go to quarterback.
I want Joe Martin 3.
You think they I think him,
Yeah.
I think he doesn't go till at least the fourth round. Maybe the
Oh,
third or fourth round.
how about Tulane?
Who?
Tulane quarterback.
Which one? Oh, this dude?
Michael.
Yeah, I think Uh, personally, I think JJ McCarthy goes top 10. I think Michael Penix and Bo Nix could go later, but Spencer Rattler, Michael Pratt, Jordan Travis, and Joe Milton, they all will go to like the third or fourth round.
I'm going for Michael Pick Jr.
Michael Penix. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna listen
Yeah.
to James. I would say JJ McCarthy, but Michael Penix, who knows? Next up, we have the Broncos. They need a quarterback, but
Yeah.
they also need wide receiver. They also need a center. They also need defensive
Hold
line
on.
and a corner.
Can you go to collect real quick?
Quarterback
Yeah. How about Austin Brad? Go down.
from Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Nope. I think it's way too early. He may not even get if he gets drafted, he's gonna get drafted probably like fifth or sixth round.
How about Spencer Rattler?
Look, you see where it says rank?
Yeah.
The higher the number means the worse they are. So he's ranked Spencer Rattler's ranked 77th, which means he shouldn't be taken till at least the third round. I think
Um.
JJ you aren't you I thought you were aren't you a Michigan guy?
Yeah, I am. I love Michigan. I want to do McCarthy.
Do you think McCarthy's the fourth or fifth quarterback taken?
I think he will be because Buckles have no quarterback.
Yeah. I don't think yeah, I think McCarthy gets taken earlier. And if anything, the only quarterbacks that get taken would be Caleb Williams, obviously, Drake May, Daniels. I think the Giants would take JJ if he was still there. I think Bo Nix wouldn't go till later, and then I think Michael Penix wouldn't go till later. But I think we could see five quarterbacks going in the
What
whole draft.
what they need so for? Okay. Go to running back.
Running back, I think it's way too early for running back. I don't think
Uh,
I don't think a running back's going to be taken. They're saying second or third round. They're
how
saying
about how
they're,
about Ray Davis?
Ray Davis. They're saying the running back class in this year's draft is one of the worst of all times.
Yeah. I watched that this year about that part.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I don't think they take a running back. I don't think anybody takes a running back in the first round. They could take a quarterback, but I don't think they're going to reach on somebody. They're definitely not going to take a running back. Let's check who the best player available is. Best player available is a corner.
Oh, how about Quinn Mitchell?
Yeah,
Mitchell.
I think they could take him because they definitely need corner. Next, we have the Saints. Quarterback, they're paying Derek Carr way too much money. Who's the best wide receiver?
Ooh.
Adon Mitchell, I think that's too early. They could use offensive lineman or defensive lineman. So I think it would be between the guy from Illinois or Byron Murphy, the guy from
Pop,
Texas.
the guy from Illinois.
Illinois. Okay. Next, we have the Colts. Wide receiver, I don't think they need one because they have Michael Pittman. They still have Josh Downs. It says they also need defensive back. So the best defensive back would be Ty
Oh, wait,
Arnold.
hold on. Uh, Tyler Allen.
Arnold, yeah, the guy from Alabama.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
him.
I
Yeah.
think I think he would be taken. Next, we have Seattle. They need a lot. They need guard, they need a center, they need edge, they need linebacker, and they need a safety. I think it would be between this dude from LSU, Latu, or Byron Murphy the second.
Probably the guy from UCL.
UCLA, yes, that's what I think. Next, we have the Jags. They too also need a lot. They need a guard, a center, edge, or defensive back.
They need a guard.
Yeah, guard. Let's see. There's not many guards. Let's see who the best guard is. I'm trying to see who the best guard is. Offensive tackle? No. Interior offensive lineman. So there's not many.
Oh,
We'll wait on that. If the I think if it played out like this, they would probably go after Byron Murphy or Dallas Turner. Who do you think? The guy from Texas or Alabama?
that is Turner.
Dallas Turner, okay. When the Eagles come on the clock, I'm gonna make my pick, and then when the Chiefs and Cowboys come, you could do it for your team, okay?
Okay.
Next, we have the Bengals. They need a tight end, an offensive tackle, and a defensive lineman. There's plenty of tackles. Byron Murphy, but he's defense. There's this guy Talise Fuga from Oregon. There's the guy Troy from Washington. The dude from Penn State. There's plenty right now. There's plenty of tackles they could go. What do you think?
I think they might go to the Penn State.
The guy from Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we have the Rams. They need a quarterback, but I don't think they're going to give up on Matthew Stafford just yet. Another tackle, defensive line, linebacker, corner. There's still three tackles, three or four tackles that are still available.
So who's available for tackles?
We have this dude from Oregon, the dude from Washington, the dude from Alabama, and the dude from Georgia. Personally,
Uh,
I think they would go the dude from Alabama or the defensive lineman from Texas.
I'm going for Alabama.
Alabama. Now we have the Steelers. They need wide receiver, tackle, center, and corner. But let me tell you this. The Steelers, you know Mike Tomlin, the head coach,
Yeah.
in his whole history, the Steelers have never drafted a wide receiver round one. And I don't think it starts this year. So we can chalk wide receiver. So that means tackle, center, or cornerback.
How about Washington?
The tackle from Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we have the Dolphins. They need tight end, but there's no good tight ends available because Brock Bowers was already taken. They need offensive lineman or defensive lineman. So
Defense lineman.
I think this they would go Byron Murphy.
Yeah, yeah. It's the
I don't
same here.
I don't think he falls. Next, we have the Eagles. Let's see.
It's on you. It's on
Per-
you.
Personally, it would be between Nate Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Try Alabama.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Nate Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry. I'm gonna go Kool-Aid. Next, we have the Vikings again. Second pick of the round because they did make a trade with the Browns. Who did we take in the first round or in the beginning of the draft? They took Michael Penix, so they don't need a quarterback anymore. They would need tight end, but it's too early. Guard, center, defensive lineman, or defensive back?
They need defense back.
Yeah. So who do you think? Nate Wiggins?
Yeah.
Nate Wiggins. Okay, it's your turn. James' second favorite
Ooh.
team, the Dallas Cowboys.
The Cowboys got running back.
You think running back?
No. They decided running back. So we need a wide receiver.
Wide receiver, number 2 behind CeeDee Lamb. Who do you think? We have Adon Mitchell from Texas, Brian Thomas from LSU, Troy Franklin from Oregon, Lad McConkey from Georgia, Keon Coleman from Florida, Roman Wilson from Michigan, Ricky Purcell from Washington, Jalen Polk from Washington. Not Ricky Purcell from Florida, yeah. Jalen Polk
I
from Washington.
I'm going for LSU.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
I like that pick. Next, we have the Packers. They need offensive linemen, defensive lineman, and safety. I think
Wait,
I
what do
think
you think?
I think they would take Talise Fuga from Oregon or Jared Verse from Florida.
Probably the Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Like,
Buccaneers.
ooh, like, what do you think for Buccaneers? What do you need for Baker Mayfield?
They don't need a running back just yet because they still have Rashad White and he was
How
very good
about
this
how
season.
about tight end?
Tight end. I think it's too early. They need offensive lineman, defensive lineman, a linebacker, and corner. I think they would take Jared Verse, or they could also take Amarius Mims from Georgia. Marius
Uh,
Mims,
Florida State.
Florida State. Now we have the Cardinals. They're on the clock again. We remember they took Marvin Harrison at 4. They're back on the clock. They could go wide receiver again, or they can go guard, center, defensive lineman, or corner. What do you think?
They need a guard.
Guard. Let's see who's the best guard. There's a few guards. They could take. There's a safety, or I'm sorry. There's a center that they could move to guard. There's a tackle that they could possibly move to guard. There's 2 tackles they could move to guard, or they could draft a receiver. What do you think?
Duke.
You think the Duke tackle they could move to
Yeah.
they could move him to center maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe move him to guard. Okay,
Guard. Cause Arizona needs a guard.
yeah. Now we have the Bills. They desperately need a wide receiver. They
Yes.
need tackle, D linemen, linebackers, and defensive backs.
They need wide receiver.
Let's go. I think they would either go Mitchell or Franklin or McConkey. McConkey.
McConkey.
Lyle McConkey. Okay. Now we have the Lions. They have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Could they get better by drafting a tackle or center? They also need edge. Sorry. And they also need a
They
cornerback.
they need a cornerback.
Corner. Let's see who the best corner available is, if it's worth it for them. Nope. No one worth it. Unless they reach. But who knows?
Yeah.
I would I think they would probably want to get a center.
Yeah. Try the center.
Center. Jackson Powers Johnson. Center
Yeah.
for Oregon. Ravens.
Ooh.
They need wide receiver, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and corner.
What do you think?
I think they would go the tackle, or they would go Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Now 49ers. If Brandon Ayuk got traded, I could see them drafting Troy Franklin, but they also need offensive lineman and corner. I could see them taking the guy from Michigan or the guy from Georgia.
Michigan.
Michigan. Now it's your pick. Final pick of the draft. James's Chiefs. Y'all need a wide receiver, maybe, just because you have Rasheed Rice who could be suspended. Marquise Hollywood Brown shows tackle and defensive lineman. But James, you're on the clock. What are you doing?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Troy Franklin from Oregon, Keon Coleman from Florida, Roman Wilson from Michigan.
Xavier from Texas.
Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the guy from? Oh, Xavier Worthy.
Yep, it was him.
Oh, okay. He was on the list. I like that. Okay. Analyzing our draft board. Not subscribing. What is it doing? It says stay in your seat. They're grading the board. So here's our final draft. I'm just going to read it fast. Caleb Williams to the Bears, Drake May to the Commanders, Jaden Daniels to the Patriots, Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals, Malik Neighbor to the Chargers, Bo Nix to the Giants, Joe Alt to the Titans, Cooper DeJean to the Falcons, Roma Dunza to the Bears, Brock Bowers to the Jets, Michael Penix to the Vikings, JJ McCarthy to the Broncos, Quentin Mitchell to the Raiders, Jair Newton to the Saints, Haran Arnold to the Colts, Tutu, edge rusher from UCLA to the Seahawks, Dallas Turner to the Jags. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Tackle from the Penn State to the Bengals, JC Latham to the Rams, Troy Fatuno to the Steelers, Byron Murphy to the Dolphins, Chloe McKinstry to the Eagles, Nate Wiggins to the Vikings, Brian Thomas to the Cowboys, Talise Fuga to the Packers, Jared Verse to the Bucks, Graham Barton to the Cardinals, Vlad McConkey to the Bills, Jackson Power Johnson to the Lions, Adon Mitchell to the Ravens, Mike Sarentish. I don't even know how to I can't even read that.
Oh, which one is it?
Mike Sarentish to the 49ers. I can barely see that. And Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs.
Yep.
So that is me and James. That is our 2024 NFL mock draft. I say we move on to WWE. No more football stuff. NFL draft is happening next week. We will be live on TikTok. But we got some WWE to talk about, James.
Yep. You ready?